Hi everybody. Today I continue with the control flow in Kotlin, including if, when, for, and why. Let's start with the previous lesson, and here I continue with defining an if clause. If is a very simple and familiar for everyone. We have A and B, and you can check for A is larger than or equal B. I can check for A is larger and equal B. If the value is 4, I can use else. Else means that the condition is 4. What can I do? And I print out that it is smaller than equal B. Okay, then I run the project and I see the detailed result as here. So it is a if clause, or how to use if to if then else. It is something like any other programming language. So if you have this means that if the expression is true, I get the string large, and if the it is 4, I get this string. Yes, and this is assigned to the variable a string, and it is automatically changed to string, not needed to use the type string. And I print out to the screen that we have a string is large. Okay, and if you change the value of A and B, you can see the A string will be changed. Yes, and that is what about the when like a switch case in C. We have a switch is equal to 1, then blah blah, and default value is blah blah. Okay, so but when is more stronger than switch. Okay, so we have a character on C is equal to A, and this variable is assigned to a when syntax, and inside the when syntax we have the case. The first case we have A. The input, the C, the character is A. If the character is A, or the case of character is A, the string will be first character, and I do similarly with the Z. And finally is else. Else means that the value does not contain in any other case. Okay, so if we change it to I add to A, this is first character of the alphabet. Okay, and you can change to Z, you can change anything else. And what about how to use when as a function? Now I want to define a function, and the function will use a when syntax. It means that I define a function with name, and the input parameter type is in and is equal to when. So inside the when I have to switch case. To switch case between the value using the input number, and the input number is used for switch and case. Then if this input number is equal to 0, I will implement this, and you only use it if inside this we have multiple lines of code. For example, we have 2 lines of code, then I use open and close bracket. If you have one line, you do not need to use open and close bracket. And you can use value, for example 1, comma 2, comma 5, comma 6, etc. For a set of value, set of specific value. And here is a value from minimum to maximum. So we have from to 3 to 10, and I call this print. So this has only one line code, and no need to add the open and close bracket to here. Okay, and then what about the default value or the else to print many? and I call this function check member calls the function, and the input parameter 0. So you see that it is 0, okay, because this is the first case 0, and you can change it to 2, 3, etc. And you also change this to print line to ensure that it can string is in separated line, so you can change the value to, for example, 5. Then it will show that the string is a few and several. Okay, so now the function inside the check number is a no return function. And what about the for loop? Assume that I have an array of integer, and the array of integer has a value here. We have a 2 for value, and inside this I can print out the value of each item inside the array, or print out each of the integer value inside the array. So let's start by printing this and use a dollar character. Let's run. Okay, and I see that this is a value of each of the item when you use the for loop. The for loop is used many time when you want to for loop on type of object. And now you can for loop an array of index. Index is an array of index. So this array contain many index, all of the index of the array item. And so I can see I can print out the index of the item and the value of the item, then the value of the item here, and you use the dollar and with open and close bracket to ensure that it is a complex expression. It means the expression inside the expression, or variable inside the variable. So after running, you see that we have an index here, the value, the according value, and the index. Okay. So this is the second way to use a for loop, and we can use another way as a tuple, and a tuple of value. We have index and value. After calling the function with index, we have a tuple of value contain index and value. So it is very easy to print out the value because we have our own unit. We have index and we have value. So you can print out this the same as using index, but this way is more convenient when you want to pass a list or an array of objects. So running, I can see that we have some value as at index blah blah is blah blah. Okay, then now I want to talk about what is this, and remember to see this. For example, we have a long type variable, and I want to show element inside this. I can use a y, and you have to make this condition to be false. When it is true, it always inside the y, and you have to make it full by minus s. Okay, and I see that we have the s is decrement. After the decrement is 4, also value is less than 0 or 4, it will break out the y. Thank you very much for